And every time I've ever been offered a Super Bowl ad, it was always like a female having to be scantily clad. And I was like, oh, gross. And so this one comes around and I started laughing so hard. And Ashton's like, this is kind of funny. And I was like, we should do it. Also, it was quarantine and we were stuck with our children for 9, 12 months at this point. Ooh. And I was like, 2 days, baby, 2 days off. We get 2 days. And I literally were like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And so we did it.
Okay, so this movie, first of all, I'm a terrible liar. So this movie tickled me because I still think we've all been at that place. And Juliette, I'm going to start with you, where maybe, you know, we're telling a story. It might not be the most truthful thing. It just kind of gets away from us. And are you the person that you just keep going to the end, or is there a point where you're just like, okay, I can't do this anymore?
Okay, I got it. All you're making me think of is my mom. My mom sees things in rose-colored glasses. She even talks about my birth, and she'll be like, and the doves were cooing outside, because she had a home birth. And then the name Juliette appeared to me. And I'm like, okay, this is why I'm in drama. So we always shut her down. We're like, Mom, that's not true what you're saying.
Oh, no.
She sees it as true.
Let her have her fantasy of that moment.
I tried.
Because you know birth was like the most excruciating thing, like probably 36 hours.
And she says the doves were cooing outside.
They were, Juliette. They were cooing.
She is very bohemian in her natural childbirth, but I don't think doves were cooing.
Mila, were doves cooing when you gave birth?
Hell no. Nothing was cooing. Maybe I was like, get this baby out of me cooing.
Right, exactly.
There was no cooing.
So are you like, till the end, this is gonna be my story and I'm sticking to it? Or are you like, at some point, I just can't do this anymore? I can't.
The older I get, the more I get to the I can't do this anymore. The younger I was, the more committed I was. And the older I get, the more exhausted I become. I'm like, halfway through, like, you know what? That's not true. I lied. That's not true. Like, I literally give up halfway through.
That makes sense. When you're younger, you could spin a yarn a little. You push your drama. We all have our war stories.
Of course. Now I'm like, I got to do. I lied. I messed up.
Someone destroyed my house.
Where's Carl?
I think someone took him.
Who would take Carl?
So this movie is a movie of bad lies and, can I just say, bad wigs? So Juliette, between you, Regina, Wanda,
wigs. Okay.
You, Regina, Wanda, and Allison, which one of y'all had the baddest hair?
Okay, Regina takes the cake with that.
It was so bad.
That was bad.
It's the best.
It was it was like the Condoleezza Rice flip gone really, really bad. It was
I didn't think about it. Because in the back, though it had a flip, I don't know if you could notice, but it was like, it was tight. It was oddly really tight. It was a weird, incredible, perfect haircut that I've never seen in real life.
She takes the cake. We love that hair. But that's one of the joys of being in this movie. We all got to like push it a little bit and go outside our comfort zone. And Tate Taylor puts together the most incredible group of people. He knows what he's doing. And the script was so exciting and different when we first read it.
Did you draw Juliette from any talk show host out there, or did you just say, I'm going to go off on my own crazy tangent?
Well, I mean, I have to say the name Nancy Grace.
I'm scared to ask if Mila drew from anybody, because since she was playing a reporter, I'm scared.
I was like, have you seen Entertainment Tonight? Did I draw from anybody? Yeah. Oh, yeah. From YouTube videos. So mine were like, Kate and I would have like very late night before Zoom, like FaceTime, where we would rabbit hole and find the most insane videos to make each other laugh of very local, homegrown news reporters running around trying to find a story. And we would try to send them, yes, I'm sure, and make each other laugh with sending each other the most ridiculous ones that we could find.
Yeah,
so,
listen, when I first started, I fell out of a tree on live TV doing weather coverage. And I know it lives on the internet somewhere. Like climbing a tree, trying to be that local reporter.
Yes, because you're like happy and you're a go-getter and you're like, I will go and knock on your door and I'm going to keep on knocking till someone opens, but no one opens. So I'm going to continue with my story. And it's wonderful.
It's hilarious. Hey, Mila, so we are hyped about you and Ashton's Super Bowl commercial, the Cheetos commercial. Can you tell us anything about it?
I can't even look. Too much?
Just stick to the line I gave you.
That's so silly. I mean, I don't know what I'm allowed or not allowed to say, but Ashton and I, we never work together. I mean, I know we worked together before we worked together, but in real life, we don't work together. And in the midst of quarantine, they sent us this ad to do. And every time I've ever been offered a Super Bowl ad, it was always like a female having to be scantily clad. And I was like, oh, gross. And so this one comes around and I started laughing so hard. And Ash was like, this is kind of funny. And I was like, we should do it. Also, it was quarantine and we were stuck with our children for 9, 12 months at this point. Ooh. And I was like, 2 days, baby, 2 days off. We get 2 days. And I literally were like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And so we did it. And I hate saying it, but we were like, burrito. Like we walked out and it was like we were humans. It was amazing.
Can I tell you how excited I am to hear that? Because I have talked to so many people who are like, no, I mean, this time at home has just been the best and we've just been enjoying. I love hearing somebody say, I'm tired of my kids. I need to go.
I love my children so very much. So much.
You're speaking the truth. Don't worry. Everybody I've talked to, they're like, can they go back to school and when?
I've never been so excited to wake up at 5 in the morning to be like, I'm going to work. And I literally skipped out of the house. My kids were like, you're abandoning us. And I was like, relax.
See, you know, so were your kids like, were they saying, Mila, like, okay, we are ready for you guys to go too? Or were they kind of like, Mom, Dad, where are you going? Why are you leaving?
Yes. When it's become our whole family is already codependent. So this pandemic just feeds into our entire codependency. And my husband and I are super codependent, like for 8 years. And in this pandemic, our kids are like, where are you going? And I was like, the bathroom. We haven't left each other. Like we haven't left each other. We're in the house. So like you go from room to room, but you don't leave each other. So yeah, it was really weird for them. They forgot that we have to go out of the house, not just like independent offices in the house. So yeah.
Juliette, I hope you named that wig of yours and I hope you got to keep her because she is legendary. And I think you said Regina, but I think you win because that hard curl underneath.
Oh, hey, thank you. Little Fox News Bob.
Yeah, it was. Y'all, this was so fun. Thank you so much. And I love this movie. I laughed and I said, this is so crazy. And I love every single one of all of their crazies. This is hilarious.